Imagine sitting down to your usual breakfast, maybe a slice of toast or a quick bowl of cereal, feeling perfectly fine about your choices until you realize that what's on your plate might be quietly working against you. We all have those everyday foods we grab without a second thought, trusting they're harmless because they're familiar. But what if I told you some of these staples could be sneaking harm into your life little by little, day after day? That's what we're diving into today. The 10 most dangerous foods you're probably eating without even realizing how they're affecting you. This isn't about fear-mongering or stripping away your favorite meals. It's about peeling back the curtain so you can make choices that feel good for your body and your future. Let's start with something you might have had this morning. Processed white bread. It's soft, it's convenient, and it's everywhere. Sandwiches, toast, even that quick snack with a smear of butter. But here's the catch. That fluffy slice is stripped of almost everything good during processing, leaving you with a spike in blood sugar that crashes just as fast. Over time, those spikes can wear on your body, nudging you closer to issues like diabetes or heart trouble. I used to think a sandwich was the simplest lunch around until I noticed how sluggish I felt an hour later. Swapping it for something like whole grain bread isn't about perfection. It's about giving your body a steadier fuel that doesn't leave you dragging. Have you ever felt that mid-afternoon slump and wondered why? This might be one clue. Then there's margarine, that spread we've all been told is a healthier swap for butter. Remember those tubs proudly labeled low-fat or heart-healthy? Turns out, many are packed with trans fats, artificial stuff your body doesn't know what to do with. Those fats can clog up your arteries, raising the stakes for heart problems down the line. I had a neighbor who swore by margarine for years, only to find out later it wasn't the saintly substitute she thought. Butter's not perfect either, but at least it's real, and if you're watching portions, it's less of a chemical gamble. It's funny how the things marketed to save us can sometimes do the opposite, isn't it? Now, let's talk about something that sneaks into almost everything. Sugary breakfast cereals. You know the ones. Bright boxes, happy cartoon characters, maybe even a whole grain stamp to make you feel good about pouring a bowl. But flip that box over, and the sugar content might shock you. We're talking spoonfuls of it, even in the healthy options. It's not just about cavities or a quick energy buzz. Over time, that sugar overload messes with your insulin, your waistline, and even your mood. I used to grab a bowl thinking it was a smart start until I realized I was hungry again by 10. A handful of nuts or some oatmeal with fruit takes a little more effort, but the difference in how you feel is night and day. Ever notice how some mornings just feel harder to kick into gear? That cereal might be part of the story. So we've cracked open the lid on a few culprits. Processed bread, margarine, sugary cereals, each one a little more deceptive than the last. It's not about tossing everything out of your pantry today, but maybe taking a second look at what's become routine. What we eat shapes how we feel, and small shifts can ripple into big changes. Stick with me, because we're about to unravel a few more everyday foods that might be hiding in plain sight, waiting to surprise you with their secrets. So, we've already pulled back the curtain on a few sneaky troublemakers like processed bread, margarine, and those sugary cereals that promise a great start but deliver a crash. It's wild how the things we trust most can sometimes be the ones letting us down, isn't it? Let's keep going and shine a light on a few more foods that might be sitting in your kitchen right now, quietly stirring up trouble without you even suspecting it. Take deli meats, for example, those convenient slices of ham, turkey, or salami you toss into a sandwich or snack on straight from the pack. They seem innocent enough, maybe even a decent protein boost. But here's the rub. Most of them are loaded with sodium and preservatives like nitrates. Those additives help them stay pink and last forever on the shelf. But they're not so kind to your body. Too much sodium can nudge your blood pressure up. And some studies link nitrates to a higher risk of things like cancer if you're eating them day in and day out. I used to love a good turkey sandwich until I started noticing how bloated I felt after. Switching to fresh cooked chicken or even a veggie-packed wrap feels lighter and, honestly, tastier once you get the hang of it. Have you ever wondered why some lunches leave you thirsty all afternoon? This could be why. Then there's something even more common, soda, even the diet kind. You might sip it with dinner or grab one to quench your thirst, thinking it's just a little treat, or, with diet, no harm at all. Regular soda's a sugar bomb, no surprise there, piling on empty calories that creep up on your waistline and strain your system. But diet soda, it's got artificial sweeteners that trick your brain into craving more sweet stuff. And some folks say it messes with your gut over time. I had a friend who swore by her daily diet cola, only to find she felt sharper and less bloated once she ditched it for water with a splash of lemon. It's not about never enjoying a fizzy drink, but maybe not letting it be your go-to. What's your drink of choice when you're winding down? Now, let's swing over to something you might cook with every day. Vegetable oils like canola or soybean. They're in your frying pan, your salad dressing, your baked goods, pretty much everywhere. They sound healthy, right? Vegetable has that wholesome ring to it. But a lot of these oils are super processed and packed with omega-6 fats, which can tip your body into inflammation if you're getting too much. Inflammation's like a slow burn that wears you down. Think joint aches, fatigue, even heart risks. I used to fry everything in canola until I tried olive oil or even a dab of butter instead. The flavor's richer, and my body doesn't feel like it's fighting itself. Ever notice how some meals leave you feeling heavy, even when they're not big? The oil might be the quiet culprit. We're peeling back the layers here, and it's starting to feel like a treasure hunt, except we're finding the stuff we don't want to keep. Deli meats, soda, vegetable oils, they're so normal, yet they've got these hidden edges. It's not about guilt or flipping your whole diet upside down overnight. It's more like getting curious about what's on your plate and how it's treating you. We've got a few more to uncover, so let's keep this going and see what else might be worth rethinking in your daily lineup. We've already uncovered some real eye-openers, haven't we? Deli meats, soda, and those sneaky vegetable oils slipped right under the radar, pretending to be harmless while they chipped away at us. It's almost like we're detectives now, piecing together clues from our kitchens. Let's keep that curiosity alive and dig into the last few foods that might be playing a double game, ones you're eating every day without a second thought. But maybe it's time to think again. First up, let's talk about flavored yogurt. It's marketed as a health hero. Probiotics, calcium, a creamy little cup of goodness. You might grab one for breakfast or a quick snack, feeling like you're doing your body a favor. But flip that container over, and you'll often find a sugar count that rivals a dessert. Some of those fruit flavors, more like syrup with a few mashed berries tossed in. All that sweetness can throw off your gut balance instead of helping it, and it's another blood sugar roller coaster waiting to happen. I used to love those little pots until I switched to plain Greek yogurt with a handful of fresh berries. Same creamy vibe, but my energy stays steady. Ever tried dressing up plain yogurt yourself? It's like a blank canvas for whatever you're craving. Then there's microwave popcorn, that cozy movie night staple. The smell alone feels like a warm hug, right? But those bags often come with a catch. Artificial flavorings and chemicals lining the inside to keep that buttery taste popping. Some of those compounds, like the ones in butter flavor, have been linked to lung issues if you're breathing them in regularly, not to mention the salt and fat piling up. I had a phase where I'd microwave a bag every weekend until I realized popping kernels on the stove with a drizzle of real butter was just as easy and way cleaner. It's funny how something so simple can feel like an upgrade once you try it. What's your go-to snack when you're kicking back? Last on our list, and this one might sting a little, is store-bought salad dressing. You'd think pouring some over your greens is a slam dunk for health, but a lot of those bottles are swimming in sugar, sodium, and sketchy preservatives. That low-fat ranch or creamy Caesar, it's often compensating with extra sweeteners to keep you hooked. A salad's supposed to lift you up, not weigh you down with hidden junk. I used to drown my veggies in the stuff until I started whisking up a quick mix of olive oil, lemon, and a pinch of salt. Takes 2 minutes and tastes like it actually belongs on fresh food. Ever noticed how some salads leave you hungry too soon? The dressing might be stealing the show. So here we are, 10 foods later. Processed bread, margarine, sugary cereals, deli meats, soda, vegetable oils, flavored yogurt, microwave popcorn, salad dressing, and white bread again, just to remind us where we started. It's not about banning these from your life or feeling bad about yesterday's lunch. It's about seeing them for what they are, little habits that might be holding you back when you deserve to feel your best. Small swaps, like fresh meat over processed, water with a twist over soda, or real oil over the fake stuff, add up without turning your world upside down. What do you think? Any of these surprise you? Drop a comment below and let me know what you're rethinking. Or maybe a swap you've already tried. If this hit home, give it a like and subscribe for more ways to keep your health humming. Here's to eating smarter and feeling stronger every single day.